the following presentation of the National Football League.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game, between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch as those Giants shocked the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
So out runs their offense for the first time this game. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and their respect factor grows hundredfold with your teammates.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's May. Dump off caught by his back. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. And I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on first. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Now Penix off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. To the right side and reeled in by London. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
And they'll get to this one right around, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. So as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. On play action, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Good throw completed by May. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. May now from the gun. Connection made to the rookie from Washington. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's May again. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
3rd and 1. Here's May. That's caught for the first. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Henderson on 1st and 10. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Henderson. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Made now, 3rd and 2. That one complete to Diggs. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Quite the moment early in the big game, Brock. This is 3rd and goal. May looking to throw. And he has it in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
One after is good by Boy-Gallis. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
Now Boy-Gallis on to send it away. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hoped that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
Connects on the crosser. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They get 23 on that one. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Here's Algier on 1st down. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Penix now on 1st down. Catch made over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Algier will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. No gain for them there, setting up second and goal. We've reached the end of the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. We've got the Patriots in front. Back to Miami in just a moment. Welcome back, all. Second quarter of Super Bowl 62, just moments away. They're hoping to convert here on second and goal. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces third and goal.
I think I could see that sideline considering the challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Panics on the sneak. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on fourth down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Younghoe Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. To return this, Marcus Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Here's May to the air. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Made to throw it. Drop this to Henderson underneath. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to sneak May. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
So many options on 3rd and 1. That playbook wide open. And when you call a QB sneak, the last thing you want is to see that play go backwards.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Back deep, that's Trey Palmer. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go,
Play fake. Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On second down, Robinson. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. A give to Algier on the inside handoff. The middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Play action. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in there. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Third down, it's Penix. Gets this one to London. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Now a handoff to Algier. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And that's good for a few. It brings up third down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On now for the extra point.
For the point after.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Patriots 7.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. May. Fits it through the middle. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown. I think fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And he's out a little short of the 30. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They go play action. Here's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and short.
And 2 yards to go.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Shoots away from one. Keeps it moving. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Coup on now for the extra point.
For the point after.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Patriots 14.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
A toss now to Robinson. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Pulls it at the 7. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Penix here from the gun. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 13-point lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sails through good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
28, Patriots 14.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The Patriots running their offense out there. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Quick throw completed by May. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you got to recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down comer.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More of the Super Bowl coming up on EA Sports. They've got 1st down here from the 36. May now from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
We see quarterbacks in this league love targeting their slot guys so often. They get plenty of chances defensively to take one the other way. Nice to see him come through with that one. And what a great read to get in position for that pick.
Coach Raheem Morris sending his Falcons offense back to the field. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
So 1st down from the 41. Now Penix off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Looking right, and he finds him. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Robinson is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Patriots 14,
house now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, so the Patriots headed out on offense again just before halftime. And with field position and the clock against them here, probably not going to see anything of substance. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. On the return, here's Palmer. Showing a little burst so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Throwing now on first down, Penix. He's got London left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
I'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. They'll cobble together a yard there. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
Marcus Jones on the tackle.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Penix. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10 from the 32. They're going play fake with Penix. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
Oh, better safe than sorry, I guess. In the end, the review confirms the call on the field. Cool with the extra point. And the Falcons continue piling onto this lead.
42. Patriots 14.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to...
And they take this in for the score. The Falcons trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. Well, look at call this, other than simply splendid.
Coup on now for the extra point. The XP is up and good. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again.
Patriots 14.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Head coach Mike Vrabel readying the Patriots for their next series. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Henderson here from the gun. And he spins right by him. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
What's that? City, what's that?
From the gun, it's May. It's complete. Kyle Williams. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try the right side. Here's Henderson. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd goal from the 5.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And he scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots continuing to fight it. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Willie Gallis tacks on the extra point. And the Patriots cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Patriots 21.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Tucker now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons, running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just 1 play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite. But it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. Taking a deep shot here. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons can cruise to a win, growing that lead further.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
the extra point. Good on the extra point attempt. And the Falcons continue adding on to that lead.
Patriots 21.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Patriots offense and Kyle Williams back to the field once again. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Setting up the screen with Henderson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now May on 3rd and long. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, we love to talk about corners. Those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. 3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Here's May to the air. 0-5 is running back, Henderson. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Trying an inside give to Henderson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down, May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up second down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
They trying again here on second. Low left side cut by Douglas. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Run right side, Henderson. And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. Down to the 10. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Throwing is May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Hey, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Desperation time here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this one has no shot. They're on him quick, and that's going to be a turnover on down.
The result of the play is a turnover on down.
Let's go.
Here's Robinson up the middle. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Ready up.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Set. Panther 11. Panther 11. Take over.
Throw here, third down. Short pass brought in. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown. Head coach Mike Vrabel readying the Patriots for their next series. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. May. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
Here we go. Throw.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here's the pistol snap to May. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Brought in a big gain here for Diggs. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Another Patriots first down.
Here we go. Throw.
1st and 10.
May now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time in talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
Short pass caught by his tight end. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All right, 2 yards to go here on third down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one complete to Diggs. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That one gains 7. And that's a New England first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
From the gun, it's May. Drop this to Henderson underneath. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch, a whole bunch of bodies around him.
Falcons going with a dime package here on third down. Here's May. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Here we go, throw.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Patriots making the scoreboard look a touch better. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
One after is good by Borregales. And the Patriots cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Patriots 28.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Tucker now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Check. 60 by 30.
Staying with Robinson. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Falcons coasting to the finish line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff to Algier. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd down give to Robinson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. And the biggest party in America is being held in Atlanta tonight. The Falcons have just won the Super Bowl. It isn't just that they are Super Bowl champions, Brock. It's also about how they got there. A dominating win in what's supposed to be our most competitive game of the year.
And when it mattered the most, they really leaned on the strengths of this team to not just win it all, but to make a statement. Do so in a way that you're not supposed to do in a Super Bowl. This is meant to be your toughest fight, an all-out battle for every yard and every inch and every point. And instead, well, with the league's two best teams in the building, we saw one team truly in a class of their own.
The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, ready to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Atlanta Falcons, Super Bowl 62 champions. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch you all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.